empty road. Windows down, salt on my lips, your hand resting easy on my wrist. We don't talk, just the hum of passing signs. Sea breeze drawing silver on the tide. Coastline lights in the rearview, bending slow fade lines where the sky keeps ending. Don't say a word, let the night stay wide. Coastline lights and you breathing by my side. Soft glow from the dash across your face. Small smile, like you finally found your place. Slow turns, every corner feels like time. Stretching into one unbroken line. Coastline lights skin. Yellow lines folding, drifting in. Quiet roads, like we're driving through a dream. You say my name, and it circles in the beam. Night air, filling up my lungs so slow. Say you'll stay right here, while the empty highways glow. Night air, every little word you speak rings clear in the dark between the streets. Soft voice floating in the low hum. Small laugh, then your hand finds my thumb. Rear view holds a fading silver chain. We don't rush, we just swim inside the lane. Night air, filling up my lungs so slow. Say you stay right here, while the empty highways glow. Night air, every little word you speak rings clear in the dark between the streets. We don't need a place to go, just drive. Let the distance gently slide. Every turn, another mile. You lean in, I memorize your smile. Night air, filling up my lungs so slow. Say you'll stay right here, while the empty highways glow. While the empty highways glow. Night air, every little word you speak rings clear in the dark between the streets. Empty lane, dashboard glow on your face, window down. You're tracing shapes in the haze. You say we're grown, but you still sing every phrase from that old summer burned into our veins. Moonlit asphalt, rolling under all our doubts. Every quiet thing we buried starts to talk out loud. If we don't turn now, we might drive into the past. Moonlit nails in your throat. All this time still pretending we don't know. Moonlit asphalt, rolling under all our doubts. Every quiet thing we bury starts to talk out loud. If we don't turn out, we might drive into the past. Moonlit asphalt, how long can a morning last? Maybe this exit leads us back to who we were, Or maybe this silence says we're better healing hurt. Put your hand on my arm, feels like yesterday again. Do we follow that spark, or just let it fade at the bend? Moonlit asphalt, rolling under all our doubts. Every quiet thing we bury still is talking loud. If we don't turn now, we might drive into the past. Moonlit asphalt, how long can a moment? How long can a moment Late train hums along the river, neon blurs across the glass. Your name glowing on my screen, fading quicker than it lasts. I trace maps on fogged up windows, all the streets we never drove. Every high rise in the distance, one by one goes dark and cold. Distant city glow, getting smaller as I go. All our colors turning slow into shadows on the road. You're a quiet echo in the rear view of my soul. I keep driving, letting go underneath that distant city glow. Empty feel beside my jacket, half a laugh stuck in my throat. We were fireworks in summer, now just ashes on my coat. Billboards selling better futures, I don't buy them like before. All the promises were painted, peeling off the corridor. Distant city glow, getting smaller as I go. All slip, or did it snap? Was it gentle? Was it glass? I replay the night in fragments, every second, every laugh. Silence leans into my chest, then melts into a smile. On a road without signs, I finally feel alive. Let the horizon decide which way is mine. On a road without signs, I'm losing track of time. Every turn, every line feels like freedom in disguise. Empty road, windows down, salt in the air, dashboard glow. You trace constellations in your hair. Motel signs drifting by like quiet prayers. You say my name so soft, the wind almost easy. Lights on the water, moving like we do, shaking on the surface, deep and calm below you. Lights on the water, fading into blue. If the tide keeps rising, I'm still here with you. Silver waves keep time with the curve of your smile. Slow inhale, you lean back and listen a while. You say you're scared of all the things that feel this right. I change lanes so gentle, you barely feel it. Lights on the water, moving like we do, shaking on the surface, deep and calm below you. Lights on the water, fading into blue. If the tide keeps rising, I'm still here with you. Your hand out the window, catching every little spark, passing signs like secrets, falling softly in the dark. If morning ever finds us and breaks this quiet spell, we'll still remember how it felt. Lights on the water, moving like we do, shaking on the surface, deep and calm below you. Lights on the water, writing something new. If the tide keeps rising, I'll drift out with you. your hair in the wind, dashboard glow on your nose, quiet hum of the highway, old town lights fall behind. Every mile feels light, like we're shedding our lives. Steady horizon, stretching ahead, nothing but colors in my head, open and warm, this endless sky. We drive, we never ask why. Steady horizon, soft and clear, as long as you're talking, I'm right here, holding the road, holding your eyes. We ride this line through the night. You laugh about the small things that used to feel so big. Feet on the plastic, tracing maps on the lid. You say, what if we kept going? Didn't circle back this time. I just press a little deeper, feel your fingers find mine. Steady horizon, stretching ahead, nothing but colors in my head, open and warm, this in the sky. We drive, we never ask why. Steady horizon, soft and clear, as long as you're talking, I'm right here, holding the road, holding your eyes. We ride this line through the night. No plan, just sign, slipping past, slow breath, make this moment last. If this is all we ever get, I don't need the rest. Steady horizon, stretching ahead, nothing but colors in my head, open and warm, this endless sky. We drive, we never ask why. Steady horizon, soft and clear, as long as you're talking, I'm right here, holding the road, holding your eyes. We ride this line through the night. Wind through the window, curtain breathing in and out slow. Half of your jacket on my chair, phone on the table, screen still there. Little traps find every space, pulling at the edges of this place. I feel the room lean toward the dark, till your shadow hits the door frame like a spark. Wind through the window, carrying your name so low. Every little shiver says you're close, you're close. I can feel the night leaning, street glow on your pale skin, standing that slips along the wall. Sounds like footsteps coming down the hall. Wind through the window, carrying your name so low. Every little shiver says you're close. You're close. I can feel the night leaning, street glow on your pale skin, standing in the doorway like you've always been. Wind through the window, blowing you back home. Maybe it's you, maybe it's just the air, but I turn my head like you're suddenly there. Every gust, every rush paints your face in the hush. Wind through the window, carrying your name so low. Every little shiver says you're close. You're close. I can feel the night leaning, street glow on your pale skin, standing in the doorway like you've always been. Wind through the window, blowing you back home. Wind through the window, till you're here, till you're home. night late. Oh. Your hand hangs in the dark between the seats. You say, pick a number, pick a street. Signs slide past like they're all in on the joke. Mile after mile and the future's just a note. No destination, just the glow ahead chasing conversation. We already set, same song repeating till it feels like fate. No destination, but it feels like we're not late. If we never arrive, does the night ever end? If the road is a lie, does it matter, my friend? Headlights blur into one slow line. You say, turn around, I say, we've got time. Yeah. No destination, just the glow ahead chasing conversation. We already said, same song repeating till it feels like fate. No destination, but it feels like we're not late. match this. I say we can. Time stays hovering over your hand in my hand. Late Coast Drive, so late, hold tight, nothing on our minds but the long blue line. Late Coast Drive, you lean, I glide, every little mile pulls you closer to my side. You said you was crushed, then the week just slipped away. Coffee cup ring on the table where you stayed. Found your ticket in the pocket of my coat. You were running, I was reading every note. Miles of silence, still you're talking in my head. Empty driver's seat, but you're leaning on my chest. Every quiet mind pulls your memory like a thread. Miles of silence, but you're louder than you've ever been. Traffic glowing, but I let the engine rest. Answer floating in the messages I'm sent. I replay it, almost every soon. All the questions drawing shadows in my room. Miles of silence, still you're talking in my head. Empty driver's seat, but you're leaning on my chest. Every quiet mind pulls a memory like a thread. Miles of silence, but you're louder than you've ever been. Your name to the dark, to the end, just to prove you are really there. If this distance is all we get, I'll keep driving till the echoes fade, yeah. Miles of silence, still you're talking in my head. Empty driver's seat, but you're leaning on my chest. Every quiet mind holds your memory like a thread. Miles of silence, but you're louder than you've ever been. as your hand reaches over, finding mine. Street lights fade away, one by one behind us. City turns to gray, while the sky runs out of rust. Every mile the noise decays till it's just your name, my name, on this river of escape as the street lights fade away. Towers sink to outlines, concrete turns to sleeping fields. Radio hums our lifeline to a place that feels like something real. Street lights fade away, one by one behind us. City turns to gray, while the sky runs out of rust. Every mile the noise decays till it's just your name, my name, on this rhythm of escape as the street lights fade away. We don't need a headline, we don't need a plan, just a quiet highway horizon, and your fingers tracing maps on my hand. Street lights fade away, one by one behind us. Deep are yesterdays in the gold that comes to dust. Every mile the noise decays till it's just your name, my name, on this ribbon of escape as the street lights fade away. Sleeves on the wheel, mile mark signs drift by. You hum a note too, I watch the white line slide. Your face in the glass, faint towns in the rear. We trade quiet jokes, the road just keeps us here. Distant headlights lure us on and on to small voices dark glow, plastic cups, tired eyes. You laugh at the map, say, let's just improvise. Dashboard in blue, your hand